guess I'll talk about Tamar since she on right now. I guess I will talk about Tamar Braxton. Now, Tamar has been in the news because y'all heard about her domestic situation. We talked about that the other day as well. Her boyfriend that came out and filed a restraining order against Tamar after he kicked her and her young son Logan out the house. Now later on, Tamar came forward. Well, she didn't come forward, but there's been some rumors that she, actually spoke up and said that is not what happened. He was abusive to her, and the only reason that she didn't speak out about it first was to protect him and his brand. Now, I don't know about y'all. It was a lot of y'all over here who was feeling some kind of way, and y'all was dragging Tamar. Y'all was like, Tamar, she got issues, her mental health, and she can push somebody to the brink, and she probably did it. And everybody was like excusing her and like blaming the victim. And like, I'm sorry, but I'm not like a Braxton's Family Value or Tamar Get Your Life or whatever the show is this week fan. But when I look at the situation from the outside looking in, again, I don't know Tamar. Hell, y'all don't know Tamar either. I see an opportunist. Where he at? Right. I see an opportunist, who allegedly latched on to this woman who is popular and is after something. I don't know what that is, be it money, power, fame, whatever, clout, all of the above. So here we are today. And, after it came out that Tamar said that, she was the one who had been abused and she's not speaking out because she was trying to protect his brand. Now here come the alleged clout chaser. He gets on his platform and tells a whole story. Now, y'all keep talking about, somebody said he got a brand, he's an opportunity, it's good marketing, the show premiered in a strange way, I believe him. But y'all keep talking about him and what he said. Now we're going to kind of dissect a little bit of what he said. Y'all know I have to like bring it in. But David went on and he claimed he went on his live to talk about, financial security during the divorce or something to that effect. And he spoke on his YouTube channel about, the physical altercation, and he brought it up. And it's like, okay, so are you going to give us finance tips or are you going to give us the tea? Make up your mind, because this is not clickbaity enough for me, talking about some financial security. Boy, please, that is not what you wanted to talk about. So he went in there and he knocked the ball out the park as soon as he got in. It was like in the first 5 minutes. So while he was on 45 minutes, we're going to listen to like the first couple of minutes of what he had to say. Hold on, let me put this in here. So his video was called Avoiding the Devastating Financial Impact of a Divorce. When I saw that, I'm like, oh, he probably already shaded Tamar. He probably calling her broke and say he's supporting her. I don't believe it. Anyway, let's listen to a little bit.
So Tamar went through some childhood abuse. And she, to overcome that, she created a movement, a website called No Need to Be Shamed. And it was for sexual abuse, people who were sexually abused. And I think we should create a no need to be shamed for people who are undergoing, have mental health issues. And it's not something we should hide from. One thing we can't forget, however, is the impact on the family. It's hard. For those of you who have people, who are going through, mental health issues, the impact on you, the impact on the children, the impact on the spouse or the significant other, the impact on the parents, the impact on the family. It's a lot. But it's important that we continue to stand by and support people who have mental health, which is part of why I'm here today, what I'm here to do today. It's been 2 years, you can't forget that love. I love Tamar with my entire heart. I loved her from day one with my entire heart, my body, my soul, my spirit. I loved her with everything I had. And I stood by her through thick and thin. I went to bat for my girl, as a man should, no matter what. And I'll continue to do it today. I'll continue to stand by Tamar, no matter what. But we can't forget the victims of something else. And those are the victims of domestic assault, domestic violence. Domestic violence happens to men. 40% of domestic abuse and domestic violence occurs against men. I mean, this number is highly underreported. 30, 40, 50% of men don't report domestic abuse for a number of reasons. One is the police sometimes don't pay attention. How you gonna get beat up? The police don't pay attention. It's also a stigma. It's a stigma. You know, your wife hate you. Your wife is hating you. Your girl is hating you. It's a stigma in our society for a man to report that he's been abused. But there's a lot of men who are being abused.
Y'all believe
Every
him?
Black man also carries a stigma of being an aggressor, an aggressive Black man, somebody who, you know, you can't tame, somebody who's aggressive. And it's really sad. You know, I remember, you know, there was somebody who attacked Tamar a few months ago. I thought very unfair at the time and now about, you know, something. It was a lady who attacked her on social media about something she did in her past with a guy who they said was married, which, you know, I still believe to be, you know, not something that is true, you know, despite what people say. And I got on her case for the only reason being, you can't attack while we're trying as a people, Black people in America, to overcome racial injustice and you know, all the bad things that have happened to us. We can't be attacking each other. And when she attacked, you know, Tamar, I came to her defense because I didn't believe it was right for one Black woman to attack another Black woman in America. We should stand together. So I'm going to make a pledge. I will not subscribe to that, us attacking each other. We must just speak the truth. We can't attack. I will never bring myself to attack Tamar, somebody I've spent so long with. I never will. It's just not something I will do. I'll speak the truth. Here's the truth. I've been a victim of domestic violence, domestic assault. I was attacked. I was driving on high speed, and I was attacked. A blow to my neck, my jugular. For those of you,
I had to put him on mute for a second because you went to YouTube, okay, and said, and with the dramatic pause, you want the truth? Here's the truth. You can't handle the truth. I've been a victim of domestic violence. Is this a PSA? Is this a PSA? Or is he telling us the true story? I don't get it. He's trying to get ahead of the real story. That's what I think. He's trying to create his own narrative before Tamar speaks, because we already know Tamar has a bigger voice, a bigger platform, and people are not to say that y'all gonna believe her, but you know, whatever her evidence is gonna squash him. So yeah, let's continue. Look, I don't. You said he don't look hit. It's all a bunch of poppycock to me. I don't believe him. I don't care what y'all say. I believe the lady in this situation. I believe Tamar. I don't know her. All of y'all who keep on trying to say that it's Tamar, I don't know that to be true. Y'all keep talking about her personal life and what she's put on reality TV. How do we know that any of that is true? Tell me. How do we know? Let me finish listening to this. Hold on. Let me go back a little bit.
With, I never will. It's just not something I will do. I'll speak the truth. Here's the truth. I've been a victim of domestic violence, domestic assault. I was attacked. I was driving on high speed, uh, and I was attacked. A blow to my neck, my jugular. Uh, for those of you who know about medicine and the jugular, that's what carries blood to your brain.
Now
When
you
you're
give
hit
me
there,
medical advice.
it discombobulates you. And I thought I was gonna crash. I had to, but I was driving fast. I had to call my mom. I called my mom. A 50-year-old guy happened to call his mom when he's driving, and my mom started praying. Tim, I was in the car. My mom started praying, um, only to find out that after the blow, I was being secretly recorded. Something that's illegal and unfair. And the tapes.
Wait, there go the T right there. Only to find out that after the blow, I was being secretly recorded. Secretly recorded. And wait, like what is on this secret recording that will incriminate you that you had to come to YouTube and tell us first what happened before we got to hear this secret recording? P Love said, I think David's culture is to speak and tell his story. He did the same thing on the 911 call. Maybe he just don't have media training. I don't have media training, Fee Love, and I got sense enough to know that I don't go to damn tell everybody my business on a 911 call. Like, who doesn't know that 911 calls will be released? If you're dating a celebrity, if you're dating a superstar, who goes to Instagram knowing that that's her bread and butter if you don't have an agenda? This is my opinion now. I'm just saying, you speak the truth here. Exactly. Let's finish listening to this man. This is my opinions. The views and opinions expressed on this channel are mine, honey.
It discombobulates you. And I thought I was gonna crash. I had to, but I was driving fast. I had to call my mom. I called my mom. A 50-year-old guy happened to call his mom when he's driving, and my mom started praying. Tim, I was in the car. My mom started praying, only to find out that after the blow, I was being secretly recorded. Something that's illegal and unfair. And the tapes being sent to my family. The tapes of me in distress, in pain, calling my mom, were being sent to my family and other people. Um,
Speak. He's thinking because when you live, you got to think off the rip.
Anyway, my car was destroyed. I drive a Rolls Royce, many of you know. Almost $30,000 in damage. And
I had to pause that too because why we care you got a Rolls Royce and it's $30,000 worth of damage? That's what insurance is for. You don't have to tell us. Why are you telling us? I'm just saying, my car has been vandalized before. I called the police. I got me a police report. I filed my insurance and they fixed it. Okay. I ain't gonna call and tell y'all who did it. What difference does it make who did it? Fix my car. Anyway, let me finish. I don't know about y'all, but I ain't buying it. I am not buying it. Okay. As most of you know, I drive a Rolls Royce. What buy? I don't know what kind of car you got. Anyway.
Anyway, my car was destroyed. I drive a Rolls Royce, many of you know. Almost $30,000 in damage. And I can't really continue to speak about this because the cops are involved. It's a criminal case now for the damage, damage to the car, the taping, the assault. But I'll tell you something.
He can't talk about it, but he was on Instagram.
Despite all that, and despite the fact that we're separated, and we're pretty much over. The love never goes away. I love Tamar from the bottom of my heart. I always have, and I will continue to. No matter what she needs, I'll be there as a support for her. The way I've been from day one. Whatever she needs, I'll be there. That's my promise, and I will not speak out ill against somebody I loved so much. I've always loved. So, I want to end with one thing, a phrase, which was sent to me by my cousin, and it was Exodus 14:14. God will fight your battles. You only have to be silent. So I'm going to let the police case, reach its logical conclusion. The courts reach.
You only have to be silent. These are his words. You only have to be silent. God will fight your battles. But this fool that went on Instagram Live, YouTube Live, and talked to the whole world and told y'all that he took a hit to the jugular and crashed his Rolls Royce and got $30,000 worth of damage. But all he has to do is be quiet. If y'all can't see that, how many y'all believe him? It's people out there that really believe him. I don't know him. I don't know nothing about him. I barely know anything about Tamar. That she can sing. That's all I know. Like, I'm just sitting here like, what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? Anyway, y'all want to hear some more? Let's hear a little bit more, because he said he finished, but he got 42 more minutes, but I ain't gonna watch all of it.
And I'm going to continue what I believe to be my mission, and that's to help people. And so I'll continue to do that. And that's what we're going to do today. But before I say that, I'm going to say one thing about what was told about me grabbing or hitting Tamar or anybody else. It's a complete and absolute falsehood. I have never, ever, ever, and never will ever put my hand on a woman.
Never, ever, forever, ever, never, ever, 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 ever. First of all, when he goes and says, about putting his hands on Tamar or any other woman, who have you been accused of putting your hands on thus far? Like, are we talking about several women? Or are we just talking about Tamar? And then he gonna add several evers. That's when you know somebody lying, when they try to embellish it and make it longer. This is just my opinion. This is the opinion. The views and opinions expressed by Michelle ATLien Brown are my opinions. And then he used scripture. Usually demons use scripture to get you to think that they are, Christians and lie about it. It's a lot of demons out there can quote.
I grew up in a household
cover to cover. Anyway,
my parents were together for 50 years. They were married. I lived in the home for 21 years, but I observed them for over 40 years. And my mom and dad were the most loving and kind couple to each other. I never saw my dad hit my mom. I never heard my mom hit my dad or see it. My mom used to call the boys. There were three of us. There were 3 boys and 3 girls. My mom used to call the boys, and she used to tell us, do you ever see your dad hit me? Do you ever see your dad lay a finger on me? Never one time did I never witnessed domestic assault growing up, ever. Not from a friend, not from a cousin,
never,
not from
never, ever.
I didn't grow up in that environment.
Never, ever, ever,
ever. To tell us, do you ever see your dad cheat on me? My dad never cheated on my mom, not one time. Not that I know of, not that she admits, even after she's 81. She's here now just for spiritual support. She's my spiritual support, my mom. And so I grew up with 2 covenants that I made to myself and 2 covenants that I made to my God. I would never hit a woman, and I would never cheat on the woman that I was dating or I was married to. 2 covenants I have never broken, I will never hit a woman. Any man who hits a woman, God gave us women to be our partners, to be our rock, to be our strength. You hit a woman, you deserve to go to jail for a long time. Women are not as strong as us physically. You do not touch women. Not in my home. Not ever. Not ever. And you never
Not
cheat on
ever,
your girl.
ever,
Ever. Not one
ever.
time. The moment a guy lays a hand on you, he deserves to go to jail. The moment a guy cheats on you, you deserve to leave him. I will never do those two things.
Never, never.
I never, ever laid a hand on Tamar.
Never, ever, ever, ever.
Or any woman in my entire life. What you've been told is false. It's a criminal investigation that's going on. I'm the victim, and the truth will come to light. I'm really hoping there's no issues of perjury on the other side. It really is, it's important that you can say whatever you want on social media. Don't tell the cops something that's not true. And I told the cops exactly what happened. I was a victim. Never.
Oh, he worried about perjury
never,
now.
Ever, ever, ever will lay a hand on a woman. And that's the last of that. Let's talk about helping you. That's enough about me. I said too much about me today. And I'm sorry. I just had to do that. Even though I was late, I came in late, and then I spoke too much about me. It's not going to happen again. You're not going to hear me, address this issue again. From now on, I'm going to be here to help you. So let's talk about divorce. Statistics on divorce.
Okay, that's enough of him. That's enough of him. Thank you, Minnie Powell, for becoming a new member of the squad. There's a such thing called the lone cunt. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of that before. There are men out there who specifically target certain women. Jennifer, what's her name? Jennifer Lewis was a victim of a man who she thought was her Prince Charming, who, swept her off her feet. He encouraged her. He built her up. Then he stole all her money and she had to find him and sue him. David kind of gives me that. Like, David came around when Tamar might have been at her lowest point. She's fresh out of divorce. She's a single mom. He's not from this country. His culture is different. He treated her well. He got in there some kind of way. I don't know. People keep talking about he's her handler. He's handling her business, managing all of her things. He's been there for quite some time. It's been 2 years now. It's been 2 years. Now, she gets involved in this show, and now people really start to see him for what he is, especially the people around, the people filming, the producers, the people responsible for this show are like, damn, he got this much impact on Tamar? Damn, he's involved in her social media. He typing up social media posts. Damn, he's managing her funds, her money. Damn, she moved in with this guy. Her and her son moved in with this guy. So I'm not saying that Tamar is stupid by any stretch of the imagination, but there are people who can convince you that they are other than what they are. And that is where the word con comes from. David gives me con. I don't care what y'all say. I got a Rolls Royce. I got this. I got my condo in LA. I got all this. I got all that. And probably don't have $5 in the bank. Who knows? It's all about appearances to some people. Some people can meet you in certain crowds and certain situations, and you think that they are, more than what they are. Somebody said Sherry Shepherd. There's that. You said, why is he a con? Because I'm not saying that he is. I'm saying that this situation reeks of con men. It's like he got in, he took control, and now that he doesn't have control anymore, i.e. with this show, he didn't like what she had to say, the way he was portrayed on this show. I'm questioning now, if she even tried to harm herself, if he had something to do with it. We don't know. We weren't there. He was on the phone and the people were telling him to give her CPR, to check her pulse, to do something. He telling them about the damn TV show and how he want to get out this contract. So, there's so many things that we can give him the side eye on. And the fact that they are not married. They are just, cohabitating. So there are, certain things to look at. And I don't care if you like Tamar or if you don't like Tamar. I just look at it, from a different angle. And that's what I see. Now, what do y'all see? Let me see what y'all saying. Y'all believe him? Somebody said y'all believe Tamar ex-husband never complained about domestic violence. Why is he doing it to her? He is a controller. And here's the thing: if he says he loved her or he loved her, I don't know. He said in the past tense. But one thing that I know, when you're with someone, whether they're in the public eye or not, basically public in the public eye gives you, he should not have gone to social media. He should not, because at the end of the day, social media is part of her livelihood. She is an entertainer. So if he is supposed to protect her the way she said that she's protecting him, she didn't go to the public. She didn't go and say this happened, that happened, until he decides to go file a restraining order, put all this stuff out there, until the 911 call where he said all this stuff about We TV. For all we know, he wrote all these letters. He did that social media post where she was saying, I thank David for saving my life. We don't know who wrote that. Who wrote that? Now it's gone and it's deleted. Somebody deleted it. Anyway, people use the word love like it's drink water. Okay, Reese, it's just interesting. I don't believe neither one of them. 13 years and nothing from Vince. You never know. Toxic relationships, people hide toxic relationships all the time. I'm just saying, and I can't speak on her and Vince. I'm just talking about this situation here. I don't even know much about, this situation. And again, I'm on the outside looking in. Y'all may see something different. A lot of y'all have, followed Tamar from the beginning of the earth, and y'all feel like, some people feel like she deserves this. And I'm like, who would deserve this out of everything? Even if, let's just say she did hit him and did all the things that he said she did. Why would he go on his channel, on his platform, and say all this instead of, like he said, being silent and letting God speak on his behalf? Why would he do that instead of letting the investigation proceed as it normally would and let, the cops figure it out? Why would he, unless something else is about to come out? That's what I want to know.